Hey guys, boys and girls, this is Namkraft once again. Welcome to another series of Starcraft English commentary. We will continue with the series of KCM 2025, season 2, week 6. And this time around, we're going to be watching Soulkey facing up against Light. When was the last time we see these two amazing names together? I have not seen them, but anyhow, we're going to be seeing them today. So that's very, very exciting. They were slated to be in the finals together. But I guess, at the last minute, Light was booted out by, what is his face, Best. So this is why you didn't see him in the final. But we're going to be having a nice game today. The map is Eclipse. Let me just quickly show you information that is relevant. By the way, this is kind of late night for me, late night casting, so I have to keep my voice down because my neighbor might be, very, very angry, and his two mafia underlings, no pun intended, will come after me and knock on my door and say, "Do you have problems sleeping? Why are you talking in your sleep?" Yada yada yada. So anyways, this is the map Eclipse, two-player map with Soulkey spawning at the top right in the red color and Light spawning in the bottom left in the blue color. Let me just quickly show you the map stats. So for a Zerg players, here are the map stats. That is right, Eclipse 45.9% for Zerg against Terran. But it's Soulkey. He is very, very strong, so we should expect some nice wins from him, even against the like of Light. But if you look at today's lineup, today's Elo scores, you will find something very interesting. There it is. The two best Starcraft players as of today are playing against each other, Light versus Soulkey. That is very, very exciting. Usually TVZ is not my cup of tea, but today I will drink coffee. I don't know why, what exactly that meant. But anyways, a drone facing out here, just waiting for any kind of early marine aggression. Looks like we don't have anything yet. And this drone is going to possibly take some hit against a marine. One hit. That is enough. That is enough. And then he can leave. We are going to be having expansion and then layer. So things are looking very, very standard. Let me just quickly show you the elo scores of the other players in this group, in this week's lineup. There it is. So Soulkey is very, very strong. And I will show you also the win rate. So Soulkey against Terran, he has not been doing so well against Terran. Only 33% win rate so far. And Light against Zerg is 67. I guess something doesn't add up. If Soulkey is number 2 in StarCraft, why is his 30 days win rate against Terran so bad? Maybe he's winning a lot against Zerg. I don't know. Or maybe he's just been losing to top opponents and he's been keeping his high elo scores. Maybe. Or maybe he just had not been playing a lot of Terran games in general. We shall only guess. SCVs get trapped in the center, almost losing it live, and now it will surely die, so that is slightly unfortunate. Zerg is coming out now, and SCV is getting transferred as well. So YB Light, his clan is YB, is gonna come out and start to saturate his new base. That is cool. All right, let me quickly show you possibly the player card, because I've not shown them for a while. Here is the player card. Where exactly? There it is. There's the player card. So Light, his name is Lee Jae Ho. His other names is called Kim Sub Ho or Namo 40. And he was born in 1990. That's right. And he is very tall, 187 centimeters. He goes for Casper team Woojin Stars in the old days and YB University nowadays. And he's got a decent followings on Africa TV and YouTube channels. And he's been in, plus the last one, he's been in 18 ASL appearances, so very, very strong. And his best performance was first place back in ASL season 13. That is his information. Anyways, I would possibly not show Soulkey because everyone knows Soulkey. He is the king of StarCraft nowadays. Another base is going to go up on Eclipse. I guess you can easily have 3 bases as Zerg because your third base is easily defendable with a ramp. And I think in general, these kind of very closely knitted bases should be easy for the Zerg player because anti-drop is easy. It's very, very easy to come out and lay some Dark Swarm to connect all of the bases together and all of that stuff. So I would tend to imagine that it's easier for Zerg to play on this map. Anyways, looks like Light is gonna be going for his very favorite build, that is Bio. Light doesn't like to go for mech. I've noticed he's not a mech guy. He's very much you know, stuck to the old traditional way, the samurai way, the what is it, the bushido, right? In Japanese society, bushido is a code of conduct of a warrior. But he's very good with this build, don't get me wrong. Anyways, some Marines attacking against the Marine. Why is that medic not repairing the Marine? Maybe the upgrade is not yet done, I'm not so sure. But now Soulkey is gonna go inside the main. Already we have 2 turrets and nice miss hit by the Mutualist. That's not very good. One of the Mutualists is damaged, but this is just the beginning, and we do have 2 turrets on the high ground. Keep in mind that there could be a Zergling run by at some point. Sniping an SCV is great, but losing a lot of Mutualist health. Does Light put down a bunker? That is something to be seen, because he could actually Soulkey can actually dive in and start to attack the turrets on the right side. +1 kicks in at just the right time, and he's gonna be able to chase these Mutualists away. That was a necessary maneuver there, I think, by Light to chase those Mutualists. Soulkey is very strong. And very fast and nimble and agile. He's not gonna fall for that. Like I told you, these Zerglings can always come in like this, and when there is no bunker, it is going to be a problem. The first turret has fallen, the rest of the turrets is still alive, but he will need to remake the turret. But Marines are moving fast towards the expansion. Nice attack, and looks like some Zerglings have died. Some nice attack. One Marine is way too far forward. These Marines will have to actually get back and group up with the rest of the forces. Nice trade here from Light, losing just a couple of Marines. He's gonna regroup and send more Marines from the back. We have 11 Mutualists, which is kind of strong, but with the bio ball growing, you know, more and more each minute, is gonna be very difficult. Nice scan by Light to see that the third base doesn't have the Queen's Nest, nor does it have a chamber or a hydrant. So he's gonna just stick with whatever he's got. He doesn't feel the need to push hard, because as long as the Zerg player is sticking to very old and medieval tech, you can just stick on this forever and just slowly take up to science vessels. But anyways, we are going to be possibly having Queen's Nest and Hydrodents. I think Hydrodent is the first thing he will go for. Yeah, there it is, the Hydrodent. Okay, looks like Soulkey is investing a lot in this Mutas build. This is a double-edged sword, because if you can break the Terran in some ways, for example, you attempt a run-by with Zerglings to start to snipe some turrets, it can snowball very fast. But if you cannot, then you're going to be hugely behind in tech, and that is once again a misclick by the Mutualist, losing another Mutualist. The Marines going to group up together once again. A nice chase. One of the Marine is way too far forward, but now it's good attack, and yet another Mutualist have been sniped. A total of 8 remains in that group, but there's more on the right side. And I like the fact that Light is very methodical with his grouping. Okay, nice attack with 2 Marines getting to the high ground. He gets about 2 or 3 drones in that attack. Only 3 drones remain on gas, but now Light knows exactly what he's up against. Queen's Nest and Hydrogen have completed, excuse me. And this Mutualist with the +1 weapons is quite strong. But let's see how the engagement will come out here. Looks like no stim yet from the Marines, and Mutualist is gonna try to back out and move towards the other side of the map. We are seeing some small engagements, 9-minute mark of the game. So it is going to be the time to start to thank my fans. Their names are appearing on the top left corner of the screen, and here are their photos. Mr. Landon from the United States, thank you very much for your support. Mr. McDonald, thank you for your just very recent comment on my videos. You've been always a faithful disciple. I will award you with the passion of myself. And Sea Goblin, thank you very much for your support. You have probably died because I've not heard from you. You've forgotten to cancel your subscription to Namkraft, but that's fine. I just remind you, some nice crazy attacks happening right now. Looks like we do have the first Sunkens. Marines getting on high ground. Looks like we don't have any lurkers. We don't have any Sunkens. Only one Sunkens in the process of getting morphed, but Mutualist is going to try to chase in. There's going to be another attack here, and the lurkers will be a little bit too late. Nice attack to get yet another set of drones, and now the Marines going to be able to snipe the Sunkens. The drones have largely been evacuated. There's going to be an attack from the backside. The medic we need to support very, very nicely. And nice attack. The Mutuals are falling fast. Good stim. And drones come out and they die very quickly, I think. All of the drones have fallen, but now this base has been saved. But Light is ahead by about 30 supply. This was a nice damage that he's done. A nice scan to see that efficient chamber, excuse me, that hive is done. And we might expect to see the fighters soon. Behind this, Light is amassing a lot of forces. And yeah, he's gonna come out. Wow, 3 tanks is a lot, and you actually don't need a lot of tanks when the enemy is not going sunken heavy. You just need bio. Tank is not really important. I would use all of that gas to go for science vessel. I would go for double starboard and just mass science vessels is the best way to play here. Anyways, 3 tanks don't really hurt. He's gonna possibly trying to attack. He's gonna be waiting and he's gonna skip them completely. Now be careful, because there could still be a way for the Zerg player to go for the counter attack. These tanks are not assaulting those lurkers on the high ground. Looks like the science vessels, we need to pay attention. He's gonna attack now. He dive in and looks like he doesn't stim. Nice attack on the Mutualist, and looks like Soulkey has split his Mutualist way too slowly. There's only 5 Mutualists remaining, and this is possibly going to be the final battles, maybe, unless the finalists can come out and do some significant damage. But GG from Soulkey. Light has defeated the reigning ASL champion. If you've enjoyed this video, buy me coffee. Link to that is going to be in the video description. I will see you soon. Bye bye.